All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thursday morning. Welcome. Glad that you're here. If you're here for the first time, my name is Tyler. I'm going to be helping navigate you through the wild world of day trading futures, and it's been crazy. We made some new all-time highs during the Asia session, and now we're going to see what the market wants to do. But before we get into that, if you'd like to take your trading to the next level, you can do so in a few ways. Right now, as of this morning, Take Profit Trader, which is the best all-around option for evaluation and performance accounts, is doing a 40% off sale right now. That makes it an eval and a performance account combo less or just at $100. So it's by far the cheapest option. It's cheaper than Apex, even when Apex does their 90% off sale. Even with their 90% off sale, their activation fee is $140. So it's $160 total. So you're saving $60 by working with Take Profit Trader. So Take Profit Trader is doing a 40% off sale right now. Check that out. You can use the code DTJ. I'm going to probably get one. That's just the truth. And another thing they are doing right now, we can talk about that, Mark, here in a second. The other thing that they're doing right now is whatever your cost is for the $100, if you pass the account and get a payout without resetting your account, they'll credit back that $100 that you paid. So it's a pretty good deal. So basically, you could have a performance account without paying anything, which is a nice little deal. So check that out. Use the code DTJ for that. We're going to go ahead and get started here. Let's go ahead and pray, open in prayer, and then we'll rock and roll this morning. Father, we just honor you. We thank you, Father, for your goodness and your faithfulness. Father, we just ask that you would direct our steps this morning. Give us patience. Give us patience in the market. Lord, I just pray that you give us understanding and wisdom. And I thank you for everyone here, that they would see increase. They would just abound in everything they set their hands to. They would flourish and they would grow and prosper at everything that they set their hands to, and most importantly, in their relationship with you. Bless everyone here in Jesus' name, and everyone in the chat spammed the chat and said, amen, amen, amen. Mark, I don't understand Apex accounts. What's the difference when using a cash account elsewhere? Mark, the biggest thing is if you get an Apex account for $18, if you blow that account, which losing $2,000, you only lost $18. So you're mitigating your risk significantly. If you did a cash account and you lost $2,000, you just lost $2,000. If you did a evaluation account with Apex for $18, if you lose $2,000 as you're trying to pass that account, you only lost $18. So you're just protecting your capital. That's in essence what it is. Okay. With that, good morning, guys. Good morning. Glad that you're here. John, Shane, Mike, Matthew, Mr. Andy, Mary, good morning. Trap, Octavian, Jason, John, Andrew, Jackie, good morning. Greg, Michael. Also, Tradeify has a 40% off no activation fee right now. It's $59 and activation fee with daily payouts after 2K profit. Yeah, I got a promo code DTJ also for Tradeify. I'm working on a new animation, so it just scrolls all the promotions on the bottom, because I'm getting tired of trying to change them out. They're sitting at the top of the screen right now, but those aren't even accurate right now. So I'm going to be working on my visuals here later today, but we don't have time for that right now. We don't have time for that. We got to make some money today. So let's go ahead and check the market out. All right, so here's where we're sitting on previous day high, previous day low. Guess what we ran into? 3 p.m. reversal, folks. I've talked about this multiple times. We'll go over it today, but I had a 90-point winner trading the 3 p.m. reversal. Massive trade. Beautiful trade. Ran to my target. Oh, you bet, you bet. We'll do that. And it was a phenomenal trade. Really glad that I was able to be a part of that. So we'll go over that when the market is not about to open. But let's go ahead and check out the market. We opened up above previous day high. We tagged it, and we just basically skyrocketed higher. So where we at right now, we got this very large hourly and very large 4-hour fair value gap. We're basically what we're going to look at is this new day opening gap. Okay, this new day opening gap is where our attention is really going to be sitting, because we haven't really mitigated this. So anything for a lower move is going to be through this. So this is our target right now. That's going to be our area of interest. Do we want to see, does price want to come down to that area? So let's go ahead and mark our levels. London high. And then London low has already been ran, 745 this morning. There's London low right there. So we have no London low. We have an Asia low at 8 o'clock. So we'll mark Asia low sitting over here. Where's my Asia low? Asia high low. There it is. And then let's mark our opening range gap from yesterday. 4 p.m. We need to go down. We are on the 15-minute chart. So here's 15-minute right there. So we have we're at about 100 points for an opening range gap. Nice opportunity for the 930 model. Looking at the lower time frame here at the 1 minute, we swept these relatively equal highs right here. Swept that here. And now it looks as if it wants to sell off already this morning. Not surprising. I'm getting my stuff opened here. This 5-minute fair value gap has not been mitigated yet. The time on that 5-minute fair value gap is 8:35. I'm going to go ahead and take a position right now into that 5-minute, see if we expand into that. So I am going to currently take a position right now and see if we expand into that right off the open. I'm going to hold my hand above the exit button here. Let's see how it expands here. There we go. Target filled. Right off the open. Boom. That is the 930 model. You got to see it. Take it live right in front of you. Nice little trade right there. Asia low going to be tagged right here. That's interesting. Why is that?
Order submitted.
One of my accounts did not close. Maybe I should have held it longer, huh? Okay, previous day high. I can't take a continuation trade right off of the previous day high. New day opening gap low is potential a target. We're going to fill this opening range gap. So at this point, this big sharp drop is now over. If it wants to continue, it absolutely could. I can't get in it right now. We don't want to get in it. Okay. At least I don't want to get in it. You may want to get in it. I don't. Wow. I don't know what happened. One of my accounts, one of my eval accounts. So here I trade all my accounts sometimes the same off of it. So you can see here, one of my accounts just decided it must have added a position somewhere when I exited out. I'm not sure. But here's what I got off of that, off of the 930 model. As you can see, this pays for anything. This would pay for the Purpose Driven Trader Academy if you're interested in joining. That one trade. This is the only place I teach that account or teach that model on how and when to do it. As you can see, we just ran the new day opening gap low. This is I expect some type of support here, guys. I mean, if it's just gonna melt, then it's melting without me because I really can't jump in something like that. Okay, we got a lot of room for it to go, but how is it gonna go? Maybe something like this. I don't know. I can't do anything with this right here. I think we also got some news coming up. What do we got for news? FX calendar here. Let me see what we got. Today's Thursday, 8:30 news. Right there. We didn't grab. I'm interested to see this. Did we grab the high? Here's 8:30. And that's core PCE for Thursday. So we also have a data high right here, folks. So don't count yourself short thinking that we're just going to drop all morning. We might not. This is a real possibility to come back up to see these data highs ran. So sell off right off the open. I don't understand. What am I seeing here? 32, 30. Here's a fair value gap. This is the pump and dump. I'm not taking that. I mean, you could. Very large stop loss. It would be right here. 72 handles. Forget that. I'm not taking that. That's too much size. Oh, you're not even seeing it. You could take this pump and dump right here is what I was referring to. Your entry would be here for the pump and dump, but your stop loss would have to be right there. That's 73 handles. So you do a 1-to-1 risk to reward, which would sit right around there. That's just that. I mean, that's huge. It's just way too much risk. I'm not gonna participate in that. Now there's a lot of room for price to potentially come up here or just continue pumping. If you want to be more confident that we're going to see a continuation lower, you take the trade after we close below that order block right there. Once we close below a up close candle, if we are in an algorithmic pump or dump, then we should see another expansion candle here. It doesn't mean it can't come back up here, but you should see something like that. But it all depends on, do we close below that green candle? All right, so there's your close. Your stop loss, I'm not taking this trade, but that's going to be approximately your stop loss, 30 handles. At the high, 36 handles. You can do a 1-to-1 risk to reward, or a 1-to-2, which would be 60. But we might sell off to it. If you missed the entry and you want to re-enter right there, that would be your re-entry spot, right at that 1-minute order block. But you risk it potentially coming back up here. That's just the risk you take. You got to take a risk. You got to take a risk at some point, folks. If you can't take a risk, then you're in the wrong industry. You're in the wrong industry. Where's my live stream? Is it here? Oh, I need to put this down here. Crazy mystery. Sorry, I lost my chat. This is the NQU 2025. Joe, daily bias is I don't have one right now. It could be a Judas swing. We'll see where it wants to go. But look how we first expand. You'll see this all the time. Large expansion, and then like a stair-step approach lower. And then you either get a reversal or you get another expansion. Oh. We do have a 15-minute breaker thanks to Ted's recognition. Boom, right here. Could come into there. So we're going to mark this high, 2:30 p.m. on the 15-minute time frame. We're going to mark that high. I'm not gonna call it a breaker per se, because if you go down to if we go down to the 5-minute, it could be lower than that. I think this is just where I want to start paying attention to see what price wants to do. But price is still hanging out right around that new de-opening gap low from the open. Actually on my list of video titles is the opening range gap. But I mean, Magnus, the easy answer is use it as a magnet. Good night from Tokyo. Larix, congrats. Congratulations. All right, folks, we got a beautiful and reassuring affirmation for today. To get that affirmation, let's hit the like button and get to 75 likes. Once we hit 75 likes, we will do our daily affirmation for today. Hey, what's up, Matt? Welcome. Enjoy the channel. What is the name of your indicator that shows the 31 hour? Here, I'm going to pop it up for everybody. For those that don't have it, make sure you grab your snip tool on your computer screen and you can copy. These are the indicators right here. These are all the indicators that I use on my chart, and it's everything that you would need as far as what you see on my screen. The only one that I got access, I don't know how I got access to this one. It's locked, so I'm not even sure you can get access to it. But I got access to it. I think it's because I'm in somebody's Discord. I think that's really what it was. But that's what that is over here. It's these boxes. Those boxes there. It just breaks everything up into boxes. It's great for being able to understand liquidity based on sessions. So I'm working on, I can't say I'm really working on it, but I'm paying attention to and just seeing how often I see my models show up within that structure. So we'll see. Is the midnight opening important in your system? 100%. Midnight open is important. Actually, I forgot to put it on this morning, so that's why you don't see it on here. More importantly, the way I use midnight open is how I would have used it yesterday. No, not yesterday. The day before, right here. This is an example of how I would have used it. Almost, I should say. Here's midnight open from yesterday. We did tag it during London session right here at 2:30. You can see that on my chart right there. But if it wasn't tagged right here, I would have used it as my target, my final target, for price running to that. And you can even see right here, this candle right here runs the midnight open and London low aggressively. It eventually sells off, but I would have sold right there. So we're still making our way lower. I'm not in a trade right now. I took the 930 model lower off the open. We have this level right here, which technically is a breaker on the 15-minute and higher time frames. It's also on the lower time frames. It's just clearer on the hourly. You can see it on the hourly right there. Nice little level there. Low, high, lower, low. Breaks higher. Comes back down, tags it, finds support. Probably going to still see it continue to just melt here this morning. 15-minute candle just closed. We have a new one. Mark, this isn't a signal service. I'm not looking to buy or sell right now. I'm looking to find my next trade. If it's long, it's long. If it's short, it's short. We took a short earlier. But right now, I mean, the market's going down, so you could take a trade short. I'm not going to do that right now, especially after that decent win. I'm going to be conservative. Yes, I trade live every day, 5 days a week. Let's hit 75 likes. We need 20 more likes, folks. 20 more likes and we'll do our daily affirmation. For those that don't know or are here for the first time, I do a daily affirmation every day to help get our mindset set correctly. I prefer to do it earlier in the day, but that's not always the case. The other thing that we're going to do today, and we're not going to do it until after we hit 100 likes. So 75 likes for the daily affirmation, 100 likes. I'm going to break down the 3 p.m. reversal from yesterday. That was absolutely amazing. I had a 90-point win on it yesterday. Phenomenal trade. And I'm going to show you and break that down for you here today. All right, Ryan. The green candle. Which green candle? Are you talking about? You got to give me a time. For those that are here, always, if you want to be accurate in our communication towards each other, back and forth, always have your charts set to New York, UTC4 New York, UTC4 New York. This ensures that when I'm talking about a time, a level, it's the same time, same level that you're seeing. Okay, New York. Everything I do is based on New York time. I'm not even in New York time. I'm in Central Standard Time. But when it comes to communication within the ICT community, you will see all of them will reference their charts on UTC4. So it's just get used to UTC4. Just do it. That's where the exchange is located. So everything is based on that time frame. All right, so we're getting a reversal now of some sort, either retracement or reversal. We'll see how it wants to go right here. We have a small little fair value gap that it could close in, but it looks like it's going to run the high before it closes that fair value gap. Here's the fair value gap right there. You could take that as a trade. It's already ran a small internal high, so it's not a trade that I would take personally. But, I mean, the concept looks good. And considering we have a point of support here, it may want to reach for that. So if it's me, I honestly would rather take this to the downside, this inversion fair value gap to the downside. I mean, why try to fight the trend when we see an obvious trend lower? So instead of thinking that it has to run the other way, why not just assume that it wants to keep going? That's easier to do. It's easier trades. I just accept it and play the game. I think I would take that. I don't think we're going to get it right now. I do think we're going to get a retracement. But I'll keep this here for when we come back to that level. This is NQ, Caleb. Yes. I would love to be on Maui, John. We'd love to be there. Not today. You're getting the man in the flesh. I'm here in the flesh. ES didn't nearly have the sell-off that NQ did. All right, we got our 75 likes. We'll do our daily affirmation. And once we hit 100 likes, we're going to go over the 90-point trade that I did yesterday using the model I teach on the channel called the 3 p.m. reversal. The 3 p.m. reversal. Does that give you any sign of how to take the trade? When you're supposed to trade it? I like time-based models because it's like, all right, let's sit down. It's almost 3 o'clock. It's almost the time. Let's sit down. Is it there? No? Okay, let's get up and go. Is it there? Yes, let's take it. All right. Let's do our daily affirmation. This is a good one. Here's our daily affirmation for July 31st. I choose peace, not because life is easy. When worry knocks, I don't answer. His peace stands guard over my heart and mind. No matter what I face, I remain unshaken. This is based on Philippians 4, verse 7. That his peace that surpasses understanding would guard our hearts in Christ Jesus. That's what Philippians 4:7 says. That his peace that surpasses understanding. Think about that statement. A peace that surpasses, like you don't get it. Why do I feel at peace here? It's like being in a trade and you're like, man, I feel good about this. Like, I think this is going to go. And it's like you feel peace. Doesn't matter what you're experiencing. You can have peace in every trial, in every tribulation, in every loss. You can have peace. However, we are responsible to remain in that peace. Can you remain in that? So right now we're watching, do we wick above that and roll over, or are we just going to pump past it and find support at the previous day high and move higher? Once we do this, then I would be more confident about targeting this data high right there. If we don't do that, I'm looking at the previous day high as resistance right now for a continuation to the downside. So we took a trade this morning. We took the 930 model right off the bat, lower. Got a nice little win out of that. At this point, I still see areas and targets to the downside. All of these levels we could potentially find support at. Some of these, if they've already been mitigated, like this, the new day opening gap, I'm gonna get rid of this new day opening gap. What is that anchored to? That's anchored to Monday to Tuesday. So I'm going to get rid of that one. That to me seems irrelevant. Just look at the location of it, okay? What I mean by that is if this was sitting down here, look at this one. Look at that new day opening gap and see how it's around the low. That's more significant to me. Something right in the range I'm going to get rid of because I can use other PD arrays for my target and I don't need that extra level there. It's just too much. It's distracting. Is this the 15-minute time frame? We could potentially use this there. This is a 15-minute inversion. So if price wants to come back down to this breaker and doesn't find support here, It could reach for the inversion fair value gap in the breaker bar, which is right here. It's a very large area. So this is the area of focus that I would want to focus on. And it's right below the previous day's midpoint. But right now we're finding resistance at the previous day high. Do we push through that, or do we roll over? We're coming up right at 10 o'clock, so we'll get a better idea here shortly. We also could see price move up towards this data high. I don't know if it's going to want to get to there. I could use it, but we have a small breaker here as well. High, low, higher, high. Come up here maybe. We'll mark this level out too on the 15-minute time frame as a breaker. I'm not saying, I just want to know when we hit that level. So part of your job is to identify the PD arrays that could be an option, and then pay attention around those levels. Doesn't mean take a trade, especially on the higher time frame. We want to do lower time frame confirmation. Magnus. I talk about all of that stuff inside the course material that goes in detail on everything. But the short answer is the PD array is the collection of terms we use to describe the market. Breakers, fair value gaps, order blocks. And there's a specific order or hierarchy on the more valuable ones to the least valuable ones. And then not only that, but you also have discount PD arrays and then premium PD arrays. And so it's a language that when you can take that language and communicate it or understand it, it helps you read the market, or it gives you a language for the market. Have you ever said, why did it turn right there? Why did it stop right here? Why did it explode right here? Why is it doing this? Why is it doing that? The PD arrays that we talk about, the ICT concepts that we use, give us a language to talk about the market. So before you can ever put together a strategy, in my opinion, before you should really start digging in and sizing up for your trades, you should really invest the time to understand the language of the market that is communicated through ICT's concepts. Great value, because man, everything that I do, the reason I'm reading is because I've been able to put a language to it, and then I embraced the language and I studied how price is moving based on a language that I now understand. You might say, why does price always hit this level here? But without a language, you can't build a foundation or anything on that. You're just like, it's doing this, I don't know why. It's interesting. Why is it always hitting when it gets to the previous day high? Why is it always reversing? Or why does it always have a big reaction at the previous day high? Well, I can tell you. Previous day high is the strongest form, one of the strongest forms on the PDA or the PD array matrix. It's the strongest. So when it runs above that previous day high or liquidity point, you're going to see a reversal, a reaction of some kind. So it's a language. And my encouragement to you is learn the language if you want to trade the concepts. All right, so do we make this a breaker and move lower? We swept liquidity. We're at the previous day high that we retagged. Nice reaction right at the new day opening gap high. So nice reaction here. And it's 9 a.m. right now. So this is still an option. This is an option as well. Taking this as an inversion. We have a swing point right here that you could take. I honestly want to say we see lower prices, but we're at all-time highs, and with all-time highs, my advice is don't bet against all-time highs. So when we have been pumping up all night, and then we sell off here, it could easily run back up there. It could easily do that. And because it did it so quickly, it wouldn't surprise me if we continue higher. So with that being said, let's look at an option to the upside. I don't really like this inversion to the upside because the previous day high is sitting right there. So I don't have an upside move yet. I got a question. I'm looking at the same stuff on my charts and it's 10 minutes delayed. Is there a way to fix that? No, you can fix it. You just got to pay for it, Caleb. You got to pay for real-time data. Oh, we got a breaker right here. Smaller breaker. Price hit that. Why do I care about that? Because that supports the idea of a move higher. So now if we get this inversion right here, a close above that, we could potentially see higher prices, and I will take a long there. I think I'm going to take that long. I'm not going to do full size considering I already had a win. So I'll take, I'm actually going to take a position now. Assuming we're closing above this. Let's see if it does. Yes, we did. Let's see if it wants to stop. Oops.
Order submitted.
If we close below that box, then I'm going to close the trade. And it might stop me out itself. We're so close to my... We're just going to let this play out. It's so close to it. All right, stopped out there.
Order
no
canceled.
win there. So my idea behind this is that we were going to get a deeper retracement or a deeper push higher. We had a reaction here at the breaker. We had an inversion to the upside. But the previous day high low, again, what did I say about that? I did say I did not like it as much. But because of this breaker reaction right here, I was willing to take that as a shot. And no, it failed. So no win there. Caleb, you can learn, but you're gonna have a real hard time learning from being delayed while we're on live. You can trade, but that's a huge mistake, especially if you're doing live funds. So if it's a demo account, that's fine, totally fine. I might re-enter this. No, I'm not going to re-enter this. That seems foolish. If you can't tell what direction is going, don't trade it. I've been on here for over a year. YouTube is a big space. It's a big digital space. MNQ, Walter. Are you closing mostly if that's the only reason I close, is if it fails? Specifically on an inversion. I haven't heard of FSP. Don't know who that is. I don't pay attention to most of it. I based my entry on it going long. I think we're going to go long, and I found the PD array supporting my idea, so I went long, and it failed. I need 10 more likes, and then we'll do the analysis on my 90-point win yesterday using the 3 p.m. reversal model. Once we hit that, we'll go ahead and take a look. But I probably won't do that till about 10:30 today. So we'll probably take a look at that at 10:30 once we hit our numbers. Oh, I get what you're saying. Because NQ is the primary asset. MNQ was created simply for traders to take trades with less risk. And it mimics the primary asset, NQ. So we do our analysis on the primary asset, and we'll take our trades on the mimicked asset. So if NQ doesn't hit the target, but MNQ does, well, it probably triggered my limit order. But if it didn't, I could technically hold the trade longer because the trade will work until NQ decides it's not. NQ is the one that drives everything, not MNQ. All right, there's the inversion to the downside. Let's see if it's going to expand or if it's just going to come right back up into this range like that. We hit 100. All right, yeah, we'll take a look at that here. Probably around, and in the next 15 minutes, we'll take a look at it. But we're still in the 10 a.m. macro. We could see the continuation lower. So right now, the only interest I have is if we inverse this lower fair value gap. I might consider taking a trade if we are looking like we want to expand lower again. But we just got to get comfortable sitting in silence, being patient, letting the trades, the candles form. That's what our job is to sit. Can we sit and not trade? Over the next 30 minutes, we could be doing this. And then hit maybe this fair value gap and then explode higher or fail and drop lower. So to me, I think we're getting into a period of time where time has to pass. They need to print the higher time frame candles. Right? We gotta have this next hourly candle show up, right? We can't just continue to drop without another candle printing. So many times you'll see price hold until the next hourly candle prints. Or look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is it's in no man's land. We got this very large fair value gap, which includes a volume imbalance. This gap right here, that's a volume imbalance. So volume imbalance and fair value gap combined, it's just kind of sitting in this range right here. You can do what you want, Tuan. It sounds like my guess is you're probably the type of person that probably won't pay for anything either. I was that. I took that approach a lot. I never wanted to pay for anything. I'd do all the free stuff. And then And then something just changed where I was like, you know what? If I'm going to commit, I need to show my commitment. Not just because I want to show my commitment, but there's something too when you actually put your hard-earned money into something that says, I'm committing to this. I'm putting my money, I'm putting skin in the game. And it's when you put skin in the game that you begin to see growth. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it. Oh, I don't have music on today, do I? It's not because I don't want the music. Here, let me see if I can get it. It's probably a little loud right now. Turn it down. All right, so I think that should be a good volume, just slightly. So even though I took a loss, my second trade was a loss because I managed my risk and I reduced my size to protect what I made. I'm still green on the day. Not very green, but I'm still green. Good on you, Ted. Go make a difference, my friend. Valdo, we took 2 trades. First trade was a winner. Second trade was a loss. Still green on the day. At 10:30, we'll take a look at yesterday's 3 p.m. reversal. I don't know what fair value gap. Are you talking about going short, Tavon? So the question from Caleb is, can I get advice on... I wouldn't take a short, Tavon. I wouldn't take a long either. Look how price has changed. It's slowed down and it's kind of consolidating back and forth. Take a trade once we know we're going a specific direction. That's the mistakes I make all the time. Oh, we're going short, so I go short, and then it's like consolidating for the next 30 minutes. Can I get advice on what to trade when you're beginning day trading and kind of broke? After being patient, learning the basics. Is OFC, does that stand for of course? Can somebody let me know if I got that right? OFC, of course? I don't know. Yeah, okay. And then also, Tavon, you're probably looking at this going, why didn't I take that short? The answer is because you're not going to take it. You decided not to, or I decided not to. You don't now go, oh man, I was wrong. It's dropping. I'm going to take it now and chase it. That's how you're going to burn yourself. If you decided not to take it, you decided not to take it. That's what you just gotta become better at, is accepting the reality that you're gonna miss a trade. And it's not even one that I really don't even see why I would have taken that anyway. For me personally. Caleb, what do? Start with a demo account. Okay? Go with a demo account. Pay for live data, one, so you can learn. Get a demo account, and then find a mentor. I don't care if it's me. Find somebody else if you don't want to learn from me. But nonetheless, a mentor is crucial to your success as a trader. Why try to reinvent the wheel when somebody already has a pattern, a system, a model, something to communicate to help you learn? And here's my point. How many of you in the chat have watched a video at random? It just pops up on your video stream, and you came across a concept, or you learned something in that video that blew your mind, and it changed the way you traded. How long would you have waited? You didn't know about that video. What if that video never showed up? You're learning a template, a model, a system from somewhere. If you can find a mentor and commit to that model style of trading, your learning curve is going to increase significantly. So let's just say, how long is that learning curve going to decrease? Nobody knows. Nobody knows that. It could be from 4 years to 2 years. It could be from 2 years to 1 year. It could be from 10 years to 5 years. Are you going to feel like you saved a ton of time when you're on year 2, year 3? No. So you can't quantify it that way. But it will save you time, period. Just like buying food at the grocery store saves you, or going to a restaurant saves you time. How much time? You could probably quantify it if you do it enough. But find a mentor, whoever that is, follow their system and commit to it for a minimum of 1 year, 12 months. Follow everything they're telling you to do. Don't question what they're telling you to do. Do it. They know you don't. We live in a society where we challenge everything. It's good to challenge it. We were born from standing up against a tyrant nation, and we created our own independence. It's in our blood to question, to challenge. But in the kingdom of heaven, it's not that way. As a nation, yes, but as a follower of Jesus Christ, no. We submit ourselves to the lordship of Jesus Christ. We are not supposed to question everything the Lord tells us to do. We are supposed to obey. And there's so much value in learning to submit yourself, to humble yourself, and follow even when you don't understand. It doesn't mean you can't ask questions and go, hey mentor, why this, why that? Help me grasp this. But too many times I've seen traders justify why they went against the advice of their mentor as if they know better. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's just not the case. And I'm not saying I'm your mentor. I'm just saying in general, that's how you should view it. So, demo account, find a mentor, commit to a minimum of 12 months on learning one system, one process, one way of doing things. Show up Oh, and then number 4, do the homework. If they give you homework, do it. Do the homework. It's designed to help you strengthen the muscles that you need to have to day trade, to recognize things. No, Carlos, what I was saying is it looked like consolidation, but it could turn at any point. So right now, we just closed below that. I'm now going to take this trade right after it retraces. I'm probably going to take a trade right here. But this I was waiting for. I already made up my mind I was waiting for this. So now that we closed below it, my question is, are we going to continue or do we come back into the range? Consolidation is trading inside a range. What's the range right now? The range is this low to that high. That's consolidation. So you might say, well, this isn't consolidating here. It's moving lower. If it truly isn't consolidating, it should drop right here. And we can be a part of it. But this low to this high is the consolidation range. So, what's happening here? Potentially going to violate this fair value gap. Not quite, but it's potentially coming back up into the existing range, which is what I'm calling consolidation. And why can I say that with confidence right now? I can say that because of the time. It's 10:28. It's in between the macro periods. And it's very common to get consolidation in this time frame, during these periods of times. Can you trade consolidation? Yes. Are you going to have a higher loss rate in consolidation? That's also a yes. Can you have wins in consolidation? Yes. Are you going to be wrong more often in consolidation? Yes. But it's possible. Can you make a model around it? Sure. Make a model around it and make it happen. I just know from my history, because I've traded so much and I've spent 3.5 years of trading, that I make most of my losses in periods like this. Oh, it's going to go higher. Oh, it's going to go lower. Oh, it's going to go higher. Oh, it's going to go lower. And that's what I said, BC. If you know how to trade if you can trade consolidations, then trade it. But the probability of wins and losses your probability of losses do go up in consolidations, because the PD arrays that you look for or you watch don't act the same as when you're in expansion or retracement. Your wins are not as large. So I wanted to take this inversion to the downside, but I didn't, because my first feeling was that we were going to be in a consolidation. Can you take scalp trades? Yeah, I've taken scalp trades. So like if we were in this downtrend, I would have bought here and I probably would have sold right here. So I would have gotten, 10 handles out of it. You can do that. But whatever it is, just create a system and a process instead of just clicking the button and then holding for down here, and then it closes. You're going short here and you wanted it to reach here, and then it's back at break even, or you take a loss because you doubled down and then it keeps going. Yeah, I mean, BC, I'll be the first to admit, there's so many different ways to trade. So for my way of trading, this is what I know. This is how it works for me. Can somebody learn something different? 100%. But again, BC, it goes back to what I'm saying. If people are on my live stream and wanting to learn from me, you're learning from me on how I trade, how I became profitable. If somebody wants to learn how to trade consolidations, go find somebody else. This is the point that I'm trying to make, BC, over and over again. So many people want to subscribe, say, teach me how to trade. Okay, I'll teach you how to trade. And then they challenge everything that you do. Don't do that. If you're going to do that, I don't want you here. Go somewhere else. And I'm not saying that to you. This is the bigger conversation. That people will do that all the time. Is they want your help, but then they challenge everything you say. It's like, dude, I'm trying to help you focus on the things that made me profitable. If you don't want that, find somebody that if you want to learn to trade consolidations, let's say BC's the man. Maybe BC knows how to do it. Maybe he's mastered consolidating tradings. You need to go learn from him. And then the same thing that I'm telling you to do with any mentor, you do with him. You don't challenge what they're telling you to do. You do it. You learn it. You ask questions. Okay, it didn't work for me this time. Why? Can you help me understand? You have to you got to come to whoever you're learning from with a sense of humility, submission to that person. You're learning from them, right? And I'll be the first to say, there's so many different ways to trade. So many different ways to trade. And Caleb, if you're trying to figure out, I don't know even the way I want to trade. Okay, that's fine. Maybe watch a few different people and figure out which one you like most. But I can tell you it shouldn't be based on how much that person makes. I'll tell you that right now. The first mentor I joined and I was a part of, it was because of how much he made, and I learned nothing. I learned nothing from there. All right, looks like we're going to get a close on the 5 minute and we're going to get a close on the 15. 15 minutes still has some time. But if we get a close on this 5 minute in the next 20 seconds below, that should give us confirmation for a lower move. Did we sweep that high? We did. Technically, this would be a breaker then. I don't like taking trades right now. There's a good probability we go lower, but I would rather right now, I just don't like the time that we're in. I would rather see an aggressive close above this fair value gap, and I'll take that long to these equal highs. I just don't like the time that we're in. I've just been burned so many times. I'd rather take a long right here. There was an inversion to the 5 minute. I don't take 5 minute inversions for the most part. I'll look at a 5 minute inversion, then I'll drop to a lower time frame to confirm it. I typically, most of my trades are taken on the 1 minute time frame for me personally. See what I mean? Like, I would have wanted to see this run right now. Run lower. I like the reaction right at that midpoint of that fair value gap that I marked out. That's a nice reaction right there. Yeah, we got, I probably will wait till 10:45 for another trade. So let's take a look at the 3 p.m. reversal from yesterday. All right, so the rules for the 3 p.m. reversal are as follows. It needs to spool higher or lower to the high of day or low of day. So let's go to regular trading hours. And you're going to see that when we look at price action for yesterday's price action opened right here. So we were moving higher. And then this is the high that we made at 2 o'clock. So we look for a 3 p.m. reversal beginning at 2:30. So this is our high of day. As soon as price moved above here, this time is 231, and I marked this fair value gap out. So as soon as we decided to move lower, I was going to take this on that trade. Now candle 1, candle 2, it closed inside of the inversion, so I didn't take it. And guess what happened? Big explosion higher, makes a higher high. No fair value gaps in this price leg right here. Still just this fair value gap. So what do? We wait for the next candle to close. This candle aggressively closes down into that fair value gap, but doesn't close. Guess what it does? It aggressively runs back higher and then back down, and then it finally closes right here. This is my entry. My stop is at the high, and I targeted the equal lows that were lower, and the final target, which I did not hold for, would have been Friday's equilibrium. So I held for this low right here. So it was 86 handles is what the trade was. And then the other target would have been down here for 150 points. But once I took that trade, the rule is you leave your stop at the high and you target liquidity. So you could have targeted this liquidity right here. You could have targeted this swing low and you would have got 40 handles. Phenomenal trade. Take it. I looked left and I saw these equal lows and these equal lows followed by an hourly fair value gap that I liked. So I targeted those lows right there for 85 handles. And it was 90 because I didn't sell at this low. I let the push happen and it closed. It was somewhere around here that I closed in. So it was around 90 points that I took. And then I closed the trade. Did it continue? Absolutely it did. But the thing I really want you to pay attention to is the inversion. Is when that inversion happens after 2:30 and we've ran or at the high of day, when we close, you take the trade, period. I had to hold through this retracement back up. I went negative. My trade went from positive 45 handles back to negative 10 handles, 11 handles. And I held through it because the rule is stop losses at the high. 45 handles in my favor. I lost it all. Guess what it stopped at? The inversion that we went short on. Stopped at the inversion and then aggressively displaced, hitting my targets. for 90 handles. This is one of the models that I teach. It's actually free on YouTube, so you can check it out. 3 p.m. reversal. Well, this is one of my favorite models, easily. When it shows up, I'll close my eyes and click the button. I mean, you take the trade. It's a 60% win, 60 to 65, sometimes 70% win rate. It's a great setup. Does it happen every day? No, it doesn't. It happens maybe once a week, maybe 2 to 3 times a month. So can you build a whole trading strategy around it? I mean, if you over leverage, sure, but I don't want to over leverage. Did I over leverage on this trade? No, but as I continue to do it, I've increased my size because I've become more comfortable with it and I know it's predictable. Okay? Sometimes it doesn't play out. That's just part of trading. Sometimes it doesn't play out. All right, so we had a close here. It's 9:43. We have a fair value gap right here. I'm going to play a continuation on this if we don't hit this breaker from this fair value gap. We're outside of that low now. I like this. If it gives me a fair value gap entry with this order block, I'll consider taking the short. But we're here. We're at a 1 minute fair value gap here. The next would be down here, but we have this order block right here that is just right there saying, I don't know if I want you to go lower yet. So see how it basically erased that fair value gap that I wanted to take a trade in? So now I'm not interested in that. If we're gonna go long, I need to see displacement to the upside. I want to see a 5-minute change in state of delivery. Because we have 3 candles to the downside, that makes it very hard to go long. Very hard to go long here. Isn't that crazy? Just a straight down candle. I don't know if we're gonna end up that way. I feel like it needs to come back up. That's just crazy. Pathins, welcome. Glad you're here, my friend. And people want to know why I put the name of Jesus on my title. So people know that this is a place that they're welcomed if they're a follower of Christ. If you're not a follower of Christ, you're also welcome. But you also get the benefit of hearing me talk about how he's changed my life. I'm going to take this trade right here
Order submitted.
towards this breaker right now. I'm going to sell it there. Guys, I really don't know how to articulate to you why I took that trade. The only thing is we went up and the way the candle was moving lower, I like the idea of it closing below, but the way it was just moving, I'm like, this is just going to keep going. So I only did that because I had the experience of it. Do I want to hold longer? Some people would hold longer. I've been burned, especially when we hit a point of support like this, where I'll hold it here and not sell it, and then it runs this way. It could absolutely drop, but I just did this for a quick scalp. A quick scalp that gave me 7 handles. Nice little scalp. That basically gave me back half of what I lost on the last trade. Gen C, I plan on doing a video on my testimony. I just haven't done it yet. Should you take a short here? I'm not going to tell you should or shouldn't. This isn't a signal service. It is dropping. It is dropping. But the fact that you're trying to find a spot to take it and you don't know where and you're relying on somebody else tells me you're not ready. You're not ready to take it. You shouldn't be trading. I mean, how many contracts are you taking, Taven? How many contracts are you trading with? And if you don't answer, that's okay. But I'll say this. If it's anything more than just one, I would say you're straight up gambling. So what you should be more interested in, and I had a conversation with Justin yesterday. I don't know if he's on stream. Justin, great guy. I had a great conversation with him yesterday. He's part of the Discord. We did a one-on-one coaching call. And I told him, I said, every time you sit down at the trading desk, you need to have a written out goal in front of you. And I said, it can't be monetary. It needs to be an educational based goal. Maybe that is learning to hold for 20 handles. Maybe it's learning to accept my loss when I hit a 10-point, 20-point stop loss. Learning not to get manipulated out of a trade and learning to hold through either my take profit or my stop loss. Learning to walk away when I hit my max daily loss. You name what your primary goal is for that day, name it, put it on there. Put it up so you see it. And your goal for that day is not to win, Taven. It's not to make money. It's to follow your rule that you're setting yourself for that day. Because I promise you, if you make your goal education, the money will come. The money will come. That's your primary. You're trading education-based trading, not financial-based trading. If you make education-based trading your goal, finances will come. If you make money you're trading, guess what you miss? You miss the education. Therefore, money doesn't come. It's counterintuitive. You guys all got that one for free. It's like we just did 166 one-on-one coaching calls right now. The other thing, Taven, is as you watch price more and more and more, you're going to realize that for me, for other people, maybe not. I don't like trading this. I'm waiting for the manipulation. There's no manipulation in this. I want the manipulation. The manipulation tells me opportunity is incoming, opportunity, manipulation, incoming opportunity. Maybe we get aggressive move here with an inversion, and then it runs all of this low resistance liquidity. Oh, that looks beautiful. I like that idea already more than just going short because that's where it says it's going, right? I need manipulation. Manipulation is my friend. Manipulation says, ding, 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 Tyler, pay attention. Ding, 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 trade opportunity incoming. What do I mean by manipulation? So easy. So easy. Consolidation. Manipulation. distribution. Manipulation, distribution. Manipulation, small distribution. Could we melt all day? Sure, we could be melting all day. That's fine. But trade your model, trade your system, trade your strategy. Don't get FOMO because it's dropping. There's another opportunity. I can't tell you how many guys, listen, please hear me. I don't care what your strategy is. I don't care if it's a consolidation strategy. I don't care if it's a 3:24 p.m. reversal strategy. I don't care. But if it's not your strategy and you're seeing price move and you start feeling FOMO, that is the enemy trying to manipulate you to take irrational decisions to try to make money. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the manipulative feelings trying to get you to just disregard your strategy, to disregard your rules, and take a trade that could result in an unnecessary loss. Or even worse, you win the trade and now you reinforce the idea of just clicking the button. That's therapy right there. You'll have to go for therapy to get out of that one, because when you make money breaking your rules, it's signaling your brain, oh, that felt good. I like clicking the button. Let's do that again. And then one time you blow it. You blow it because you didn't follow your rules. So when I see this, do I go, man, I wish I had an opportunity to participate in it? Yes. But that's it, because heck, I do not want to blow my account because I made an irrational, stupid decision. Period. I've done it so many times. And when you do it enough, you just get tired of it. And you're like, I got to change something. Something has to change. And then this is why when you look at all the great traders out there, all of them will tell you the exact same thing I'm telling you. Why? Because they've tried it. They've tried to just click the button. They've tried to just, it's going away from me. Maybe I should just join it. They make money and then they end up losing more money in the long term because now they're breaking their rules and they're reinforcing a bad idea, a bad strategy. All the great traders, profitable traders out there don't do that anymore because they know where it leads. So if you think you know better, you're wrong. If you think you have it figured out and that, I can manage it, you're wrong. You're wrong. You might have a winning streak going on right now. You're wrong. It will bite you in the butt. I promise you. It's just, when I've seen and I've watched so many traders say the same thing, that it's just like, now that I believe it, it's like, I get it now. I get it. Because I've experienced it. Unfortunately, I would say 99% of people are not going to take the advice, and they're going to have to learn it for themselves. So do me a favor, learn quickly, lose fast, so you can start building on a solid foundation. Well, I guess that's a good thing, vintage trader. All right, almost 11. All right, what could happen from this point? Two things. It's either up or down, right? I love the idea of aggressive move lower, getting everybody to have FOMO. Oh man, it's just going without me. And then they go short. And then it just goes boom. aggressive move higher. That's what I would love to see. Okay, so let's do a different scenario. If it doesn't do that, scenario number 2, no manipulation lower. We just start aggressively doing this. We come up to a level, something like that, and then we just drop like a rock. And then I would play the drop like the rock. Okay? So I want to see what first. Come on, everybody say it in unison. What do I want to see first before I take a trade? Tell me. Put it in the chat. Taven, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. That's right, Lyrics. You got it. Lee, you got it. 100%. Vintage Trader, yes. 100%. We want manipulation. Now, if that manipulation actually then turns into the distribution, then guess what? We miss the trade. We miss it. We don't get it. For me, I don't get it because I want to trade in response to the manipulation, because that's where the most explosive moves happen. It takes time to learn what's manipulation and what isn't. That comes with experience and time. So what do I want? I want manipulation this way or this way, and I want it aggressive. Okay? Maybe we don't get it. If we don't get it, then we're going to see this, and then what I'll do is trade a small retracement and then trade lower. I need manipulation, so I need it one way or the other. So what I would prefer is aggressive move higher, running all of this, making everybody thinking that it's going long, and then we go lower. Or the other way around, drop like a rock and then aggressively run the other direction. That's what I want. And sometimes you just don't get it. You don't get it. So the discipline is not taking a trade if you don't get what you want. Because how is everybody, think about it, how is everybody feeling right now? How is the retail trader thinking right now? Oh man, it's going. Oh, I need to go short. I'm getting in. I don't want to miss it. So they get in here. Maybe it runs to the midpoint of yesterday's range. That looks I like that green line. Maybe it hits there, and then what does it do? It aggressively expands the other direction. If I'm trying to steal people's money, that's what I would do. Loving it, not always. Not always do you get consolidation before manipulation. To me, manipulation can also be sweeps of liquidity. So what did we get over here? I showed that. Okay. This overall, I would consider this consolidation, right? However, it's ranging back and forth. So for me, manipulation looks like this in this scenario. A sweep of liquidity right there. This candle runs aggressively through the high. People seeing this solid green candle going, oh man, it's running higher. I don't want to miss it. And then it comes back down here. And then guess what happens a few candles later? We start moving the other direction. Do we run lower? No. But guess what? The bigger move did happen after this. It did. That's exactly what happened. So what are we looking at right here? Potential manipulation. This is what I wanted to see. We'll see if it gives it to us. Do we get another solid green candle that closes up here? If it is, I'm taking the trade to right there. That's probably what I'm going to do because I wanted some type of manipulation. Now, the only thing that I don't like is we haven't hit an area of interest, of main interest for me. And we haven't swept this candle's low. So a 30-minute candle here or a 60-minute candle Oh, we just closed the 60 minute. So this is entering this hourly fair value gap too. Interesting. Here, let's go back here. Let's see if we close. Okay, we're about to. I'll take one contract on this. Stop loss would be down here.
Order submitted.
All right, I'm gonna take that trade and we're gonna go for that high.
Order submitted.
Stop loss has to be at that low. If it closes below that, there is a swing high right at 1055. 1055, there's a swing high. So at 1055, at that swing high, we need to move our stop to break even.
Order submitted.
Folks,
Order
if I have not convinced you yet, if I have not convinced you that this works, you need to stop trading. I literally pointed out exactly what should happen, what I wanted to see, and guess what it did? I'm not saying I know it all. I'm saying that I've seen this so many times that the algorithm has a way of moving that if you can learn it, you can make money. You can do it. You can do it. If it wasn't an algorithm-based strategy or algorithmic-based price action, we couldn't predict what price is going to do. I'm telling you guys, this is just how it works. Guess where it went? And guess what? It didn't expand beyond that swing high. Because after it runs liquidity, it has permission to do another set of instructions. Maybe that set of instructions is to continue higher. Maybe that set of instructions was to move lower again. Do you see what I mean? Short burst of algorithmic instructions that it follows. Okay? Maybe the move is higher. The reason why I sold is we kind of turned in the middle of nowhere, in my opinion. I really would like it to see come lower. But it gave us an aggressive move lower with an aggressive response. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. And hopefully you took that trade too, because that is the perfect example of what I'm talking about over and over and over. Before the 70s, the algo started back in the 70s, 80s, I believe. I don't know if I know all that, BC. I don't have an answer for you. I wish I did. I don't know. I can tell you that the volume was significantly less. All I know is that that's how it works now, and it works great. Maybe they did. I don't know. I just know that it works. You kind of took the opposite. You could. If you think there's lower prices, this would be your turtle soup right here. This would be your turtle soup area. So you're going short right here to capitalize on a higher time frame, lower target. So if you look at the hourly, that's hard. There's nothing there. We have an hourly order block. If we look at the 30 minute, We have a 30-minute fair value gap way down here. That's possible. If we look at the 15-minute, we are still in that large fair value gap, and the only other one would be the midpoint of Friday's range and this daily fair and this 15-minute inversion fair value gap is what I would be looking for. So now what you can do is, let's say we got some manipulation. Well, you can do the same thing to the downside, folks. You can use that. If we get aggressive candles like this and we close, I for sure would be taking that. And what gives me the confidence is we swept liquidity right here and came into this fair value gap right here. That shows that price swept liquidity on there and now potentially wants to run lower. And also time is right. It's still in the 10 a.m. macro. But for me, guys, I'm done. I'm not going to take another trade. I'm 2 for 3. I don't want to turn into over trading and then erase some of the profits of what I made. I don't want to do that. So the other part of becoming a profitable trader is learning to be content after you make wins. I'm still learning this. I'll admit it. I'm still learning this. Okay? It's a little easier for me to share that on stream than it is to do it behind closed doors when no one else is watching, admittedly. But being able to be content and not take a trade even though you see the setup, there's maturity in that. Because not all trades are guaranteed. Means you're potentially putting yourself in harm's way when it's unnecessary because you hit your daily target. You had great sessions. You're green on the day. You don't want to overtrade. All those things can be a factor. So I'm not going to take this. And maybe it doesn't play out. Maybe it does. Either way, I'm not going to take it. You guys see my chart. I'm not taking a trade. It looks really good, but it could also be wrong. I like the 15-minute fair value gap down here. I like the previous day equilibrium. I like the new week opening gap level here. So there's reason for it to go lower. It's also the right time of day. But sometimes they just don't work out. And hey, the days that it doesn't work out and I didn't take the trade makes me feel good about not taking the trade. Oh man, that's good. So let's see what happens. If anything, I'm building my confidence on being able to read the market. Even though I didn't take the trade, I'm still mentally invested in seeing what happens here. So it's respecting it so far. We have to wait another 60 seconds. Do we expand lower? The trade would look like this. Stop loss would be here if it closes above it, not if it wicks. Your initial target is that low. You would move your stop loss to break even as soon as we hit that low. %, John B. All right, so now that we swept that low, stop is at break even. This is now a free trade. Your target is either the green, blue, or purple box. That's 20 handles, 25 handles, 30 handles to the green, purple box. There it is, folks. Take your profit right now. There it is, 30 handles. 30 handle win right there, and I did not take the trade. Do I feel a sense of, man, I wish I took the trade? Yes, of course I do. I'm human. I'm human. But I have to deal with it. I have to deal with it, and I have to say, you know what? I still learned something. I still took something away from this, and I'm still building a muscle by not taking a trade, even though it was a winning trade. I built a muscle. Folks, Take Profit Trader is doing a 40% off sale right now. And then if you pass your eval and get a payout, they're giving you all your money back from your evaluation cost. So a 50K account is $100. If you get a $100 account, you pass the eval and get a payout without resetting the account, they will give back your initial $100 investment. It's going on right now. You can use the code DTJ and it will give you the discount that they're doing right now. Take Profit Trader is also doing a 30% off sale, and Apex is currently doing a 70% off sale right now. The code DTJ will always give you the most updated discounts that they are offering. So I'm going to be getting, I didn't get one this morning, but I'm going to be getting another Take Profit Trader account. Might as well. Might as well. Yeah, there's a lot out there, Lee Mark. Right now, this is what I have to offer people, and I'll add more, but these are discounts for everybody to use. Does that make me an affiliate of them? Yes. I get a little bit of a return. They pay me a portion of theirs, but you guys get the discount by using the code. And if you value the content that of all this stuff that I put on free, I would greatly appreciate it. It means a lot for those that do. And I love the comments when people put in, "Hey, used your code. Thank you for all you do." That means a lot. It really does. How do I manage all my accounts? I copy them. So I only trade one account and I copy it to all the others. Thanks, Roy. Rolly Sacks. No, so the on the screen right there is not updated right now. I'm currently working on a new image that will change that. So I need to update that, BC. Whatever Apex's discount is right now, my code is updated to the most updated discounts. I do both. Motor racing. I use the Apex Copy Trader. It's $150 one-time fee, and then it's yours to use. I don't have a discount for the Copy Trader, unfortunately. Magnus, I said I don't have one. I mentioned that it's a title that I need to make. So I have a list of videos that I need to make, that I want to make. That is one of them. I just haven't made it yet. I want to do a survey on on the video you guys want to see. Yes, You can, Chris9. I have that copy trading, take profit trader accounts right now. Oh, I do want to say this. I'm making a prediction. Trump said August 1st, he's instituting the tariffs, and they're going to be large at the beginning of August. My bet is on a monthly basis, today being the last day, on a monthly basis, the candle of August is going to be bearish. The month of August, I think we're going to see a large retracement down to this area here. So get ready for some volatility and get ready for price action not to be bullish, in my opinion. I think we're going to see a retracement. I think the market's going to react to the tariffs of Trump putting on these large tariffs on China, large tariffs on India, very large, 25%, 30% tariffs. And I think we're going to get a similar reaction. Do you think it would be wrong to start a channel called Trading and Jesus? Because I found your channel by searching to see if anyone was using the title I wanted to use for my channel. I am. Do your thing, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The only thing that I ask you to do is talk about Jesus. Talk about Jesus. Well, folks, what do you think? I wanted to ask a question. Do you guys, if I was to do another video, I want to know a technical video, a technical trading video to teach technical analysis of some sort, what would you want to see? I want to do a vote on it. I wonder if, let's do a poll. I'm going to ask a question. If I'm doing a video, what topic would you want to hear more about? Opening range gap. Opening range gap is the yellow box that's on my chart here. There's 118 of you here on the stream. I want to see at least 60 people. 60 votes. I want 60 votes on here, and then we'll end it. But I'm just trying to get an idea what you guys would like to see. You had to pick one, John. You had to pick one. Almost there. Give me 15 more votes. There's somebody else on here. And if you guys are interested, for those that are interested are like, wow, Tyler, I appreciate everything you're doing as far as reading the market and sharing it with us. I would love to learn more. You can learn more. You can join the Purpose Driven Trader Academy, which also gives you access to the Discord and access to me to ask questions and the rest of the community. We also, I'm currently doing some one-on-one coaching in there for some individuals. It's not long-term. It's just to help people get a foundation and moving in the right direction. So we would do that as well. But you can find that information down in the description. It's dtjacademy.com. 48 votes. 22 opening range gap. 22 liquidity. 41 market structure. 10 more votes and we'll call it a day here, folks. Vintage Trader, I'm surprised you have not watched that video yet. You should. Make a video, something innovative, sharing your experience. What are you looking for right now to confirm a long entry, to sweep the low resistance liquidity high, or are we too far away from that? Right now, it's time. I don't care what happens right now. I would wait till noon. Around noon, we're going to get a better idea of is price finding support and then going to move higher, or are we going to sell off some more? I don't know why my camera just turned off. Give me a second. So Leroy, I would wait unless you want to play the continuation lower. The only concern I have is we've hit a lot of the things that I wanted to see hit. But if you want to get on the train, then you get at these retracement highs and then you trade lower. At some point they'll fail and that's when you stop. All right, 60 votes. 40% of you want market structure. No, I don't think so. I don't use the Qs as part of my analysis. I think it does matter that there's a 15-minute fair value gap right here. or the 15-minute inversion, this is where I said from a breaker's perspective, if it doesn't find support here at this breaker, this is the one I'd want to see find support at, and then move back up to this 15-minute order block. But I mean, keep in mind, today's the last day of the month. We also are moving into August, which I think we're going to see some volatility with the tariffs conversation. Yeah, it should show up when you click on buy. It will give you it, but it's $2.99, Sandra. One time, no subscription, no annual fee. I don't do anything of that. It's just be a part of the community, access to all the videos that I put hours upon hours upon hours in, and then we're continuing to add to it over time. John had a great idea to take some points of my live streams and put them into the actual course material, because not everybody that joins has been a part of the last year of live streams. So there's some great lessons and education points in there that I'll probably go back, find, and put them inside of the Trading Academy as well, as far as real life examples. I think that's important. So we'll probably look at doing something like that. I also have homework assignments. We have week 1 and 2 of the homework that I've given inside the Discord for people to not just do one time, but to do on a repeated basis, to start building that muscle of back testing and researching in the market. What is a Rhythmic account with Apex? Rhythmic is the broker, so you can do Rhythmic or Trade-Evade. I use Trade-Evade if you want to see that. All right, so market structure seems to be the clear winner here. For those that selected market structure, what about market structure do you want to understand? This is just helping me zero in on what's important to you guys, and because I want to provide value to you guys. What inside market, in the concepts of market structure, do you want clearer understanding on? So just what kind of back test is required. I like this 15-minute finding support here. The 5-minute, we have a close above this 1 5-minute. We have a 5-minute down close candle. I think we might have found some support here for the meantime. I like the long right here. Opening range gap is ORG. I'm curious on why you're not trading on your TV account. TradingView? Oh, I see what you're saying. I like bracket orders, and it's super easy to use bracket orders on here. Right here, you got bracket orders. I can easily change my size and my risk. It's just convenient, and I just literally click, and then if I want to go short here, oh, it's not doing it now. Once I put there it is. it puts the bracket orders in on where my targets and my losses would be. So it just makes it nice, convenient, and it's set. So I really like that feature. That's why primarily I do it. Also, I trade on MNQ and not NQ. So I need another screen to actually, I don't know why my face keeps disappearing. I need another screen or to trade MNQ and do my primary analysis on NQ. That's why. Things like break of structure, reversal confirmation, similar things to show interest for trade entries. I use TradingView, Chris. How to be on the right side of the market. BC, if you use TradingView as your execution platform, yes. If you use TradingView as your execution platform, it's easy to trade on your phone. TradingView is not easy on your phone. I don't prefer that. I use supply and demand different than a retail trader. Loving it. Supply and demand are retail concepts that, you know, this would be a let me see here. This area would be a supply zone. So you can do that. You can do supply and demand, but I do everything on liquidity. So I just use different language for that. With that, folks, it's been a good minute. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. We're going to call it a day today. I'll be back here tomorrow, 9:15 in the morning, live streaming, live trading. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, today. I really enjoy this. Sorry you can't see my screen or you can't see my face, but I really do enjoy hanging out with you guys. So God bless. We will be back here tomorrow, 9:15. We will see you all later. Bye-bye.